Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. This here is a Colocasia Esculenta. It's also known as taro. In many parts of Asia, taro is a staple food crop. In England, we grow them as exotic tropical plants. Now, the Colocasia Esculenta is not supposed to be hardy. However, I have got away with having that in the ground now for 2 winters by covering it in a very thick mulch. And it's come back again. Colocasia Esculenta taro. There's another form of Colocasia which is hardy in the UK, which is Colocasia pink China, and there's a little collection of them here, and they do survive the winter. They die back, but they spring back up again in the springtime, and they propagate themselves quite readily. I started off with 1 over there. I've now got 5 or 6 here and 5 or 6 over there. So Colocasia pink China is an easy one to keep in the UK. Now, taro, you can actually buy taro bulbs in supermarkets, Asian supermarkets and international food supermarkets. And that's exactly what I did last year. I went to a local international food supermarket and bought 4 taro bulbs, and I planted them. Something very curious has happened. In the springtime, it seems to me that one of those bulbs sprang up. Let me bring it a bit closer to the camera, hopefully you'll see it. That one there sprang up. Then it died back, and almost simultaneously, 2 little baby taros have sprung out of the ground, not far from it. Now, there are another 3 bulbs in this pot, so it could be that these baby ones here are actually runners from that one that's died down, and this is some kind of survival mechanism or propagation system. Or it could be that the baby ones are from the other bulbs that I also planted in that pot. Curiosity has got the better of me, so in this video I'm going to plunge that in some water for a good hour. Have you ever seen those things where they take an owl pellet and they soak it in water and then they tease it apart using pincers? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to plunge that root ball in water and find out exactly what's going on under the soil. Are these 2 baby taros from the bulbs I planted, or are they running off that one which died back? Let's get this plunged. So here on the table, I've got a pail of water, and I'm going to plunge that in there. I've also got a plant tray. That's where we'll do our dissecting. This is the exotic tropical border in my garden. I don't know about you, but I think it's about a month behind, usually in June. This is way up here. Now, my Canna musifolia are all looking a bit sorry. I think they've got some kind of canna virus, but I'm leaving them in there. But happily, tucked away in there is a foxtail lily, and that's about to be beautiful. Down there, we've got Euchamis bicolor, which is a pineapple lily, and again, that's doing really well this year. And I'm hoping that's going to produce some lovely flowers. I've also got some wonderful gingers in here. The gingers are doing incredibly well. They will also produce some lovely flowers, and I'll show you all these in a future video. Pink China down there, which I've already mentioned. Colocasia Esculenta. Down here, it's by my feet, there's a baby Tetrapanix, which shot off one that I've moved from here because I've already got one over there, a massive one, which I'll show you a quick cutaway of. So things are looking good, with the exception of the Canna musifolia. But things are also a bit delayed and stunted, I think, because of the cool start to the year we've had. Right, let's get back to the plot. I want to get this out of here without doing any damage to those little baby plants. So let's see if we can encourage it to come out. And it has come out. It's come out on my hand. Oh, look at all those roots now then. That is a healthy root system. And I can see before I plunge it that many of those roots come off that bulb there. I can also see some roots coming off that baby. I'm going to plunge it. I'm going to come back in half an hour to an hour, and we'll see what happens when we pull them apart. If I end up with 3 plants, they're going into this border, and we'll see what we can do. Right, let's get plunging, and I'll see you in an hour's time. Right, so an hour later now, I'm going to bring it out of this water and see what we've got beneath the soil surface. I expect this is going to be messy. I'll bring the camera in close and focus it in on this tray so that you can see exactly what I can see as I take this root ball apart. Out it comes now. I can feel here a soggy wet lump. That is a taro bulb that didn't make it. Let me just go into the soil and see if I can bring anything else out. There's another taro that didn't make it. Loads of worms in here. There's the soil that this have been soaked in is going to be poured onto a border so that those worms will be given their life back. I'm now just groping around in this sort of soggy soup of compost and worms, and there's nothing more in there. So before those worms drown, I'm going to pour this soil on the border behind me so that they can all find a new home. So there's the root ball, and now at this stage I don't want to do any more damage than I need to, so I'm going to use the hose pipe on a very fine spray. And mist spray to just rinse off the soil that's around those taro bulbs. Now that's not rinsing as efficiently as I wanted it to, so I've gone to something a little bit stronger. Well now, isn't that fascinating? I'm bringing them closer so that you can see what I can see. Let's start off with this one. There is the original bulb which I planted underneath, and sitting on top of that what looks like a colocasia. It clearly is a colocasia. That's the bit that died back there, and there's no real evidence of growth up here, but down here around the base I can see little nodules, tiny little pink nodules, and a few wiggly worms as well. Isn't that incredible? It's like an alien life form. Each one of those tiny little pink nodules will grow out to be another cluster of leaves. But apart from that, down here on the original bulb, hopefully you can see it, there are yet more little pink nodules starting to grow out. So that has the makings of several Colocasia esculentas. I'm going to get it back into some water so it doesn't dry out. Then I'm going to plant it very carefully and gently so I don't do any damage into the garden. Let's have a look at the other one. I'll get this in some water first. Now this one is ever so slightly different from the other one in the sense that whilst the other one had one plant growing out of the top, this has very clearly got two plants growing out of either side. It's almost like they've used the energy store, the carbohydrate from the original bulb here, and sent out two. That was probably going to be a plant but didn't survive, and now we've got one on either side. But we've also got here some little pink lumps. Can you see there and there and there? And on the reverse side, look at this. Amazing. So potentially, if I plant this, that would not have yet have emerged from the soil, that one just near my finger. But potentially if I plant this, we'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little plantlets, which one day, once this rots away, can be divided off. And I have done that before. I've propagated a very large Colocasia Esculenta before, and I'll link to it at the end of this video, but I ended up with 20 plants from one. But isn't that wonderful? I'm just feeling that it's still firm. That is still firm at the top and the bottom, so I think there's still some life in that. I need to get these into water now, but you can look at this. You can see these tiny little baby Colocasia leaves here, look. Aren't they cute? My little Colocasia alien experiments. Now, I paid £1 each for these bulbs. There's definitely more than £1's worth of plant there. I remember once, many years ago, I paid £19 for one Colocasia online. I think they're a bit cheaper now because there are more available, but imagine if I've turned £1 into 20, 40, 60, 80 pounds. Amazing. Let's get them planted. So, whilst I get those planted up, over here in the corner of my exotic tropical garden, I'll say goodbye. I'm being incredibly gentle with these because I don't want to do any damage to that root system. So I'm just going to very carefully, I'm using my grubbing hoe. The grubbing hoe is available as a product in my Amazon shop. It's a brilliant little tool. I'll put the link in the description box below this video. I do get paid a commission if you buy one. Thank you. Your support is very much appreciated. And I'm just going to dig a hole and then very gently push the soil in around those roots. And I'm going to use my hose pipe to water it in, and that will make the soil have contact with the roots. I'm going to put one here and one behind me, so eventually I have a little colony of Colocasia Esculenta. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you soon for some more taro planting adventures. Bye for now.